Boy, oh boy, I tell you what, I feel sorry for anyone looking at this. You gotta look at my ugly mug. Uh-oh. Not the way you want to start out the week. But this is Bill Bostic with the Gazette Morning Update for Monday, March 12th, 2018. Welcome aboard. And, just to start out, just to let you know what's going on. I mean, I said about my ugly mug and you looking at me. One of my best friends has accused me of looking like Ringo Starr. I don't know. There might be a slight resemblance, especially when I'm playing my air drums, right? This fine internet broadcast is brought to you by the folks over at Consolidated Insurance Services. 6109 Jonestown Road. That's right behind the Carnes food shopping area. And that's headed up by David Jones. Thank you, David, for your ongoing support. And we got quite a few things to go over with you. Just to start out, I want to bring you up to date on some couple things local. One is Coons Pool. The folks who operate the longtime pool in Coons Park met last night for the first time in this calendar year. We gathered around a table. I'm actually one of the board members and preparing to get ready for the big swim season. And I just want to tip off everybody that you can get a special gift by showing up at Hornung's Hardware next month, April 28th. Write it down, April 28th. From 10 o'clock in the morning to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. That's a Saturday, I believe. And what you can do is purchase your membership, a family membership, a couple's membership. A couple is two, husband and wife, or just two people. An individual membership, and then you get gift cards. You get a gift card to Hornung's Hardware when you do that. That's April 28th. That's coming up. And look for, on Linglestown Gazette, notices about different things the pool needs. The pool is not a profit-making entity. In fact, I'm trying to get them to become a formal nonprofit. We're talking about Coons Pool. And we have a number of needs that need to be met to bring the pool up to snuff. I mean, things are fine, but to get it over the top and keep on top of maintenance, we're going to need some help financially, as well as some help with volunteers to do some labor if you're able to. So this is a treasure we have in our neighborhood. A lot of neighborhood pools are failing because they can't keep up the finances. So let's work together, folks, to keep Coons Pool up and running, and not only just up and running, but up and running in great fine fashion. The other thing that was just interesting, the ongoing, battle, ongoing, I don't know, I'm not sure what the word is, ongoing efforts to keep Linglestown Gazette running, right? We talked about that a little bit on Friday, and yesterday I got into, I'm training to become a real estate investor, to help, in part, to fund local journalism. Trying to find a way where I can efficiently generate some funds on my own efforts. And so I'm looking at real estate investing and was involved in that yesterday. So if you're a cash buyer of homes, or if you have a home that you want to sell, you need to get rid of for whatever reason, contact me. I'll see if I'm sure I can help you out. I'm developing a list of people I work with, and people who need to sell their home. We'll be able to help you out. So contact me, Bill Bostic, if you're looking to do something in the real estate area. That pretty much does that, and just a couple quick updates for you. 10 minutes to go in the show. Just to give you a fair warning, you got 10 minutes left with me. Let's see here. Yep. The old watchdog is back. As always, mean and ugly. However, that's not my goal. Just to bring you up to speed on what's going on in our local government. That's what journalists do, folks. That's what we do. That's what we're charged with doing. Shut up. I can't. Oh, there we go. I think we're good to go now. All right. Here we go. On the watchdog scene. The big thing is today, Monday, March the 12th, is the Central Dauphin School Board. Woo-hoo-hoo. It's going to be meeting. These are the people who run our school district. I'm telling you, it's a $200 million operation. 19 schools. Almost 90,000 people live in our school district, according to local school officials. And on the agenda tonight, they will be, once again, working on the budget that they will adopt. I think they have to adopt a budget by the end of June. Again, last year, about $20 million general fund budget. And also the other big thing, and this impacts some of our neighbors, maybe some people in Lower Paxton Township, I'm not sure. But once again, the West Hanover Elementary School project will be up for review. They're looking to, I think, vote on whether to continue development and design of that new school. And if you're not up to speed, West Hanover Township has a 60-year-old building, 60, and it's very much outdated by modern standards. They looked at renovating it, but I think they're moving in a direction to actually tear most of it down, and then rebuild it out in West Hanover Township. It will have impacts to some of our school buildings in the Linglestown area, because some of the kids going to West Hanover now will be bused into Linglestown temporarily while that building is built. So that's just a quick overview. That's what's going to be on the agenda. I have to make a decision whether I want to attend or not, or you can watch it online, stream it online at the Central Dauphin School District website. If I think about it, I'll mark it down. I'll get you a link to that if you want to stream that. Streaming. And keep on top of our officials. Again, if you look at your local tax bill, folks, if you look at your local tax bill, your school taxes are the biggest chunk. I mean, it's not unusual for people to pay thousands of dollars, not just hundreds, thousands of dollars in school taxes. Property taxes is what I'm talking about. And so anyways, you want to keep keep tabs on these people, either by yourself or help fund Linglestown Gazette so we can do a better job of doing it. I am in no way, shape, or form a full-time journalist right now. I have a regular job. I'm helping with sports reporting. I'm not the beat reporter that you need in this community. We don't have it yet. And Linglestown Gazette's your best shot at getting a full-time local news operation up and running. More than me. We need a small crew of people, what I would call a boutique newsroom. And I have the newsroom. It's just a matter, we need to fill that with people who can help us keep track of what's going on locally. Folks, we live in an area that has more people than the city of Harrisburg, and we do not have a beat reporter. We do not have a weekly newspaper. We do not have anything other than this little dog and pony show that I do, and it's not enough. I'm telling you right now. Let's move on. Enough of that rant and raving. Let's see here. Yes. What's that signal? If you're an experienced Gazette Morning Update person, you know this is sports. Woo! We're excited. Trying to get pumped up. Thank you. And here we go. We got a threesome of things to update with you on sports. First of all, high school wrestling, Central Dauphin Rams. We had 3 people have great state tournaments. Again, the PIAA individual championships were on the line at Giant Center over the weekend. Our top finisher was Chris Wright. Chris Wright finished second in the 126-pound class. Andrew Wirt finished fourth in the 132-pound class. And then Mitchell Talbot, I believe I interviewed Mitchell during the football season, finished 8th. So congratulations to that threesome. And congratulations to the Central Dauphin Rams wrestling team for I think what it was a comeback year. They had a few down years, not doing a whole lot, and then this year we're on the upward track. So congratulations to them. Tomorrow night, the girls basketball team, the Central Dauphin Lady Rams, will be in action round number 2 of the PIAA Class 6A state championships. They'll be traveling to Berks County to play at Governor Mifflin, and they'll be competing against the Allentown team. It's William Allen. William Allen is who we're going to be competing against. And our crack sports reporter, the voice of scholastic basketball in Central Pennsylvania, Joe Gilloway, will be on the scene and providing Facebook Live broadcasts from that venue in Berks County. Again, the girls basketball team in action tomorrow night. I think tip-off is 6 o'clock, something like that. All right, and we'll give you some more information on that in the show notes. All right, the infamous show notes. More info. All right, and then the other thing I just want to make mention: the Central Dauphin Rams baseball team traveled to, I think, South Carolina or someplace down south to compete in a preseason tournament over the weekend. They're traveling back to the area today, and things seem to be lining up. The stars seem to be lining up that we'll have baseball coverage for the Central Dauphin Rams coming up here in a few weeks when they kick off their Mid-Penn Conference season. So I'd like to thank Coach Brian Zellers. We're moving in that direction. Can't fully guarantee it, but we are moving in the right direction for that. Possibly we'll have lacrosse coverage too. Don't have all the details tied down on that. So that brings us to just a couple of moments about a topic, and that is one of the infamous topics in the local area, one that gets a lot of play, and that is traffic on Route 39, Linglestown Road. And that topic came up last week when the Lower Paxton Township Planning Commission unveiled their revised comprehensive plan. Part of that plan deals with transportation issues, okay? And what that plan calls for, at least tentatively at this point, is that the local officials need to get more involved in the process that's set up really through the state government to fund transportation projects. And we need to seek funding, and not only funding, but seek to get local officials who control the purse strings to understand the difficulties that are cropping up during certain parts of the day on Route 39, Linglestown Road. Excuse me. Okay, now that I'm refreshed, let's move on. So it talks about local officials getting involved, and that's very important, because local officials are the people you would expect to get involved. They have standing. They have the ability to move and shake and do all those things within different governmental bodies locally. And the group that needs to be targeted is what's called HATS. This is the Harrisburg Area Transportation Study. They're the ones that control the purse strings on transportation issues for our region. You have to convince them, the HATS people, Harrisburg Area Transportation System, that board made up of county officials, and if they recommend something, then you have a better chance of getting money from the state. Well, it just occurred to me that, we can sit back and let our local officials do whatever they do. This has been on the table for a while. It's just that, our local officials are not full-time officials. They're part-time officials, and you add one more meeting to their plate. They already meet formally 3 times, maybe 4 times a month. Now we want them to go to a transportation meeting. So it's a lot to ask. But there's no reason that we, the people, cannot start to get a little organized and maybe go to these Harrisburg Area Transportation System study meetings ourselves. Why can't we gather a group together and come up with our points and provide input and tell the people during public comment periods the problems we're having on Route 39, Linglestown Road? And believe me, it's going to be an issue, because just reported last week, within the last 10 days, 14 days, you have the Vartan project at Linglestown Road and Progress Avenue. That's a huge multi-use project that's starting to inch its way through the review process in Susquehanna Township. And last week, at the Lower Paxton Planning Commission meeting, you have the Blue Ridge Country Club project. I believe it's called Blue Ridge Village Project. That's what it's going to be called. That's going to start it's going to be formally reviewed at this point, it looks like in May, at the Planning Commission. So that's inching its way through. And maybe by the end of the year, it will be approved and ready to break ground. So we're actually late. We're late getting to the table on anything to do with Route 39. If we're going to start to lobby, we're going to start to voice our opinion. So if you're interested in this, you have a little bit of time. If you complain about what happens on Linglestown Road, just consider at this point thinking about joining together with Linglestown Gazette. We'll provide some leadership here, but to start to pull together a little group of people that can start to make some noise about traffic on Linglestown Road. How about that? I mean, let's not be victims about this whole thing. Let's take some initiative and get involved in the process, especially if you have some time, if you're retired, you have some minutes here and there. Let's do something, all right? So that's my story today. I'm going to stick with it. And I'm going to get on out of here. I got things to do, people to see, places to go. And I'd like to say good morning to Joe Gilloway. He's the only one that showed up is watching. I'm not sure how all that works out. But welcome, Joe, to the Gazette Morning Update. This is Bill Bostic signing off for now. Again, thank you to two people, the Consolidated Insurance Services and Anthony Cristillo. The Fat Man Clothing Company brought us the weather report, which I think I forgot to do. The weather report. Oh my gosh. We'll see you tomorrow on the Gazette Morning Update.